Good morning. Wow, a week's time feels like forever, and yet it feels like yesterday. So I hope you all had a wonderful week. You can tell my surroundings are different. We've moved into a different condo while they're working on ours, and that was my week getting things together and getting in here. So I am fine. It was just a lot to do because you don't realize what you live in a daily life and have to have. So I hope you all had a wonderful week with Easter and all that may mean for each of you. I'm sure it's all different. But so here we are on another glorious day, all grown in a different place than the last time we met, I'm sure. It's happening quite quickly now that thoughts change and your movement is smooth and effortless. So let's get started. Let's say hello first. Good morning, Carrie. How are you? And Joanna and Christina and Kathy and Cavell. I'm trying to move the thing. I forget which side. And Marby. And Barbara Ward. Spirit Watcher Suzanne. Hello to you. Carol Swisher, good morning. I hope you had a good weekend. And Prime 3, good morning. Michelle. Zahima. Haven't seen you. I'll be excited to see what comes with you today. Commitments. There's something, aren't they? All right, Claire, good morning. Barb LaRosa. All right. So, you still found me. How wonderful is that? All right. So, let's remember the premise is we're creating a group consciousness, and that whatever message I offer, if it feels right for you, then it's also on some level perhaps for you. And in the end, there's going to be a great possibility of movement towards healing, evolving, transformation for you. So, as you are all a part of this consciousness that has come, I will say that thank you for those of you who've come back. And hopefully the others will show up here at some time. So let's see. Carrie, good morning. Let me see what the messages here have for you. I see you walking on a journey, an adventure, I'll call it. And you have your staff in your hand. And you're walking along a small, what I would call a creek, not even a river. But you're quite shocked because perhaps the last time you had been here, it was a river and it was dashing with water. And you're wanting to look to investigate what has happened here. Where is what I remember? Yes, and as you walk down forward and finally get a good look out from where you stand, you can see that these used to be rapids. You can see the uneven rocks in the place. And they're wanting to say to you, what you see here is a path not trod upon. And what happens when it's not trod upon is it dries up. Just as how the word past was spoken, perhaps it will be confusing, and you will not understand when some parts of the past show themselves to you. So I want you to take your staff and hit the ground 3 times, letting the earth know, as the heavens understand, I am here. I am ready to trod my path. I am ready to walk with a happiness in my heart. I'm ready to grow and become. Yes. And close your eyes for a moment, and when you awaken them, you will see something different than where you were before. And this is for a number of reasons. It's to let you understand you can never lose anything. With your intention, you can bring it all back, but also that it can all be healed, and that need not be difficult and challenging. You can choose to walk in the light, which will let everything reveal itself to you as you ask. So, an adventure? Yes, I would say so. But an adventure of the discovery of you, which is the most important part of this message. Many blessings. All right. That was a very good opener, Carrie. All right. Who is this? Joanne. Let me pull this down a little bit more. Yes, let's ask, and we'll bring a healing message for you today. I hope you're doing well. My image here comes as you are in a circle of beings that are new to you. Yes, that's the correct word, that you're not familiar with. And I want you to recognize the feeling inside yourself, for you are not frightened. You are excited about learning and growing. And there are spheres all around, and you're curious. And do you remember, curiosity is that which you must hold to want to know more. And now they are all holding hands and you hesitate. And this is when, my friend, you call in the light of God and let God hold someone's hand. In that moment, there can be no fear, for there is nothing ill that can come to you when you have called forth the light of God within you. So together, let's take and hold hands in this circle. And we began to embrace the unknown. That's what these beings represent to you, the unknown. And breathe. And just breathe. And before you, you'll see a path. Yes, they are giving you a message. And I want you to imagine, while you still hold the light of God through your hands, walking forward, seeing things that are standing along the side of the path, seeing other people that are unique and different, but most importantly, having a wonderment and curiosity about you as you walk this path and how you evolve and who you become. And you can begin to feel a peace inside and a happiness, knowing that your feet are strong and they're assured where they're taking you, and that God will always walk with you, as long as He is invited, of course. And you can feel the strength of love and truth and understanding and wisdom growing inside of you. And in the blink of an eye, You are back first in your circle, and another blink of the eye, you are back where you are now at your home. The simplicity is this is what's coming. And the wonderment is how will it be for you to experience. And I believe you are a soul who is an adventurous also, and willing and curious and desiring a greater understanding. So many blessings to you too, Joanna. Very good. All right. Christina. Many blessings to you. I hope you had a good week. Let me see what brings here for you. There are 3 angels that come stand to your right. And first they are singing, bringing you a vibration of an understanding. And don't try to analytically figure it out, for the understanding will be impressed upon your heart. You see? Yes. And your message today is about patience. And yes, I'm aware we have talked about this before. For perhaps something tweaked curiosity and you're wanting to go too fast. Remember, for all of us, what happens when we go too fast. You miss an important piece that is a stepping stone shortly forward on your path. So you must be at peace with where you are. Remember, it is the present moment. Breathe and experience your present moment. Look around. What are you not allowing yourself to embrace, to understand, to allow it to become a truth for you? Many blessings. Very good. And you will know they're reminding you because you'll hear that song they sing again. And they will remind you. All right. Kathy. Yes, you can have a message this morning. Many blessings to you. And I feel there's those around you that need. My first word that wants to come through me is healing, but I'm going to say love. Certainly not ignoring that all beings need love. But there are those around you, again, I will say and repeat, that need loving kindness. And perhaps it is from you. So I want you to go deep within your heart where there is a vestibule of great love that you have placed there over all time. And begin to feel comfortable allowing that to come out and about for you and to radiate it to other people as you think of these faces, these energies. For what we do all know is love will change lives. Love will change perception. Love will bring great healing. So, for you, my friend, Kathy, yes, your message here is to begin to give. Begin to give that which percolates inside you. It is growing larger. And more will be brought to you as you can choose to share that which is of you. But what you're looking for is deep within the heart, in a vestibule of light. It does not need to take away any of your own empowerment. This is the light of God you hold in a sacred place. Many blessings. Good. I just want to check my volume. I'm in a different place. Little bare, right? And the light doesn't seem quite as bright. But very good, Kathy. Many blessings. Yes. It was quite an instant thing that they went and there were people you had to touch. All right, Cavell, good morning. Good morning to you. So let's look. Let's sit in reception to see what those of light and great divine power come to speak to you today. And I see your hand is embraced. Your right hand is embraced. And this is how love moves out of the energy field, the doer, the to-doer. It is now after the wondrous feminine part of you has sought and cried and evolved and transformed, the male part of you now can go and do, to act upon things, to share, to be. So they embrace your right hand to transform some energetic connections there, some old karma, let it go as it's pulled out of your hand, old fears. And there is one that is, let me find the right word. I can feel what they're saying to me. It's like attitude, negative attitude. And this is a lesson that is a wondrous experience for any of you that may still have it or have had it. It can show itself in this channels of the nadis that move through the right arm, the fingertips. And as we grow and understand God's light, we understand that the purity of God wishes to move through us. But when it comes and stands with judgment and criticism, it cannot move through that without your will. So this is an offering to you to move your will, if you desire at this moment, into God's will and allow those blockages within that right side of the arm, energetic of God's light, to let a new love be shared with others, a new understanding, a new way of perception, a gentle compassion and acceptance in this moment here today. And may it be so. Just as if Master Babaji would call upon the wind and ask it to gently blow and to open and let it go. It does do nothing for you. It is nothing you need to. It's not a treasure. You know, treasures are things that are sacred and we want to never forget. These things, criticism and judgment, negative thoughts of intention and get-backs. There's the word, get-backs. Let the light, let Babaji's whisper just take them away. Just let them move through that right side of the body, because you have things to do. Loving things, joyful things. And if you're willing, life will change, and you will become at peace in the discovery on your journey of who you are. Many blessings to you this morning. Thank you so much. Very good. I believe that was Cavell. All right. Marby, very good to see you this morning. Wouldn't that be wonderful if people thank you for what you're giving before you give? Thank you very much. And yet, we are one. So this too can become true of you, all of you. And people will feel illuminated and lifted up when they come in a place where you're radiating that vestibule, it's not coming out right, of God's light from within your heart. For there's only joy there and happiness and understanding and embracing of a great, great experience. So, Marby, let's see what part of our journey today is your message. I can see you have 3 visitors. 3 apparently is the word today, huh? And they each have, it's in a box. You know, like if we go to Whole Foods, you take a bag to put your stuff in. Well, they've all brought their things in a box. So the first one wants to go first. Well, isn't that interesting? In our world today, what is it about? That everybody wants to be first. And these are presenting themselves as your message of a lesson today. So, in those times where, whether it's the winner or the truth or the know-it-all, whatever it is, what is that about? What is that that's missing inside of you? That this demonstration, lifting off the lid, and this, it's like he's almost smirking. Like, yeah, I get to be first, I'm special. Well, let me tell you all right now, you are all special, except apparently to you, because there's no need to qualify it. And when that humility comes, it doesn't matter if you are an hour later than everybody. It doesn't matter. The gift is within you, and you're coming and having and being a part of. So I'm being shown that which he pulls out of his bag or box of whatever we want to call it is cheese. Isn't that interesting? And it happens to be maybe something you don't really like. Maybe it's one of those really stinky, harsh tasting cheeses, at least from my point of view. Yes, they're showing me the name. I will not attempt to say it. But after all that energy that was put into being number one, from being special, from being the best, who knew the best, you will be cordial and accepted, knowing that you will never taste it. I want you to contemplate that for a moment. And how to such 2 different people, something can be so special that they're willing to deny who they really are in the process. And then wanting to be at peace with it to the point to not disturb the other person. Is this what getting along and being each other? Well, they do say if you can't say anything loving, then don't speak at all. It's true. But you can learn to love and allow compassion to come from your heart when you must say no to someone. Thank you very much, but no, it's just not for me today. I appreciate your effort, you see. So let's look at box number 2. And a lot of light comes out. And it is a beautiful emerald stone in the rough, still in the rough. So you see what this is about is seeing beyond that which presents itself. There may be thoughts, well, how will I ever really see the emerald? I don't know how to do that. And what there is to know from that is the quality of whatever was within that stone will find you. If you don't shut out the path it's attempting to bring to you, it will find you. We cannot allow thoughts of differences in how things look or are to separate us from what is truth. Well, it is done every day, but we can begin to understand what is there about this. There'll be a willing come inside your belly or something, or in your throat. Everybody's different where it comes. And there will be an understanding, I need to look at this better. What am I missing? Because now we have the word just accept and discover. Be curious. So now we have our third box. And I can see the person who brought the third box to you is a little fidgety. Don't we all get upset when we're afraid that our present, gift, whatever you want to do, call it, might just not be up to the level of the others? Right? So my words to you are, it truly isn't a gift unless you filled it with love. And in filling it with love, you've given it more than perhaps anyone ever could. And it will touch a person's heart. It's not about who's first, and it's not even about who's last. It's what part of the essence of you have you placed upon that gift. You know, today you buy little gift cards for everyone. Don't just give the gift card. Send the love to whatever it is they discover and find so that it will be meaningful. Meaningful. We're wanting this movement in the heart to happen, you see. Meaningful that the movement inside of your heart, as you can hear me, is moving and shifting and having a great understanding, and will soon have it be wisdom, that every little thing in life has a greater perception from God's point of view. And as you are working to become your I am presence, does this not make sense to you? So, many, many blessings, Marby. I hope I didn't have your message here go too long. But there are gifts coming to every one of you every day. And what and how do you feel about them? What do you do with them? Sometimes many things are stuffed in a box and put away and forgotten. Well, we could talk about the place of forgotten things. Know that you are not one of them. Many blessings. All right, Barbara Ward. Oh, I'm glad you had a good Easter, Barbara. So let's see what's coming for you today. Yes, all the messages seem to be more about healing. And I hope you enjoy that. For if you are here, you are on your journey. And this is about a window pane for you, Barbara. You know, there is a healing experience of sitting with a window pane of Mother upon your lap. And everywhere you see that little piece of dirt smudge that's on the pane is a pattern for you to touch and to embrace. So let's look at your window pane here today, Barbara. I see a splash of mud on yours, and let's get a rag, a nice, beautiful, clean rag, and begin to wipe away and see what little nudgies are left. And wherever one is, let's touch it and let it speak to us. What is the issue? What is going on here? Yata, 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 poposhu. So on this day, Barbara, and everyone here who can hear me, is being given the right of cleanliness. If you could only know but that the wiping away is the purification. Much that was done to Christ while he was in his tomb. And then he called forth the violet flame to burn away everything else. So for us, we can use the violet flame every day to purify and to cleanse. And where we feel there is a smudge, we can embrace and breathe love. And what does that do? What does that really do? That lifts it up into the purification of thought. So that there is no dysfunction, disease, when the light that's held within the vestibule within your heart can transform, can illuminate, that can bring freedom. Many blessings to you on this day, Barbara. They're sharing with me you may still have visions through this day if you let yourself quiet. Many blessings. All right. All right, Suzanne would like an angel message. All right. Again, the number 3. Wow. For myself, 3 designates home. And yet, where is home? So let's speak to these 3 angels, Suzanne. How about that? First, they're coming in here on my left through the feminine side. The word they bring is beauty, which is in our world and in many different times of existence of humanity has been misused. Beauty is the beautiful heart and love that you hold. Yes, it is true. It can transform the physical part of you and have radiance that will create a new beauty that will draw people to you. But first, we must embrace the beauty of the heart within you. Allow yourself to go and to touch it and allow to breathe it so that you become it. Yes, beauty. First message. Second angel. I can only speak that which comes. It is tardiness. And this you might contemplate for yourself about the journey of your own, not particularly how it's used today. But the angel comes to tell you there is no such thing. You must choose to, in this moment, if you are willing, to know there is no such word. You're never too late or too early. If you open your eyes wider and embrace this moment, you will become aware of all the love that is existent for you and begin to allow it to touch you. That is what this moment's about. It is the gift. It is the gift that never ends. Oh yes, there is movement forward, and there'll be another expression of the gift of love, of understanding. But none of them will ever be forgotten, and they'll all gather together and become wholeness at some point, when it is time, when you are ready. I think so. We still have angel number 3. And she gives you the gift of a beautiful scarf. And if you run your fingers through this silk of a scarf, it is smooth and sweet. And this scarf is of a violet color, so it is a protective scarf. And it will protect that throat, that heart, that part of the digestive, which is digesting your world with every breath and thought you take. Yes, I too can see the violet flame ablaze and blaze and blaze. So, 3 gifts, 3 messages here for you today. Oh, is there a message in that? I will leave that for you to contemplate. Many blessings. All right. Wow, 5 centimeters of snow. I've always said it snows in April, so it does. Let's see. Carol Swisher. Good morning. Prime 3, here you are. I'm sure you're working. All right. I see an image as your message, and you are in an old, from the time of Bethlehem of Nazareth, and you are with Divine Mother Mary, and she's placing her hand on your head. And I receive one word, and it is up to you and your choice of will to allow the forgiveness she offers you to be so. It comes through her as the emerald ray in healing. Oh, yatahabashanakete. Ya, oh, yatahadapu. Yatabakashodohe. Yatapa lagata mohotebate. Yo. And there are angels that come and here and for Prime 3, allow yourself for you to forgive yourself. For God and all his world has already. And the gift of this to each of you is so. Okay. Hey, I can finally look with different eyes now, and you didn't ask for healing, so many blessings. All right. Maybe you did 2 minutes away here. All right, Michelle, good morning. All right. Yep, there it is. I see where you did ask for message. Prime 3, many blessings to you. All right, so Michelle, maybe I better wet my whistle a little bit. All right. Michelle. Well, again, I can share what I see. My first image of you was in, I want to call them veils of light. And my thought was, oh, so beautiful. And yet it's not why we're here. We're here for the part of you who, let me find the words they want me to use. There is doubt about you within yourself. Why? That's your question. Why? Why me? And you're afraid of being wrong. Yes. You're not alone. It's not to make it seem not important, but most all children of light come to this point from a reminder of whether or not you realize it or not, a time when once before you attempted and you shared or made decisions that were wrong. But see, that part of you believes that in our world, as we're moving into the fifth dimension, that there's a right and a wrong. And that is the piece you need to move and to let go. If you become to where you live in the moment and understand that every moment has a perfection, yes, something moves from whatever is spoken. And there is no right and wrong. There's no left or right. There's a lot of energy coming here to you. I'm going to hold light to allow that confusion to come to you and then to begin to become more rooted in who you are. It's like there's never been any mistakes. There's been experiences that have offered all of you to learn. And maybe you have great wounds still about some things. But that's a choice, how long you want to hold on to that. Because you must look at it and what did you learn from it? And I know there were things. So that you would never have learned those things if that moment hadn't occurred. So we must begin to look at life and appreciate every moment. And there's no denying that there's a clarity. But that is Achilles' work inside herself always anyway. Who are you listening to? And are you and your ego more bonded than you and your God? This is all. These are why you doubt. So work to do. The path is about work, my friend. It isn't that you go to sleep one day and the next day you have it all. It will not ever be that way. It is a journey beyond what we all can imagine. And that is the luxury of the wonders of the love that it holds. So what is my message to you today? Work on acceptance of yourself, on acceptance of the throat and its expression, experience in the world, and on your heart on how you love yourself. What I see in front of me is very worth loving. There's a lot to give. But you can't teach loving yourself when you don't yet. So the work begins. The journey broadens itself. And just repeat it every day. I am the one I'm looking for. I am the love I'm looking for. Ask yourself to demonstrate that to you. Down to a little piece of hair that keeps going the wrong way, but it's purposeful. It's wanting you to accept a perfection without it being perfect, you see? A perfection without it being perfect. Oh my. That's a lot of words in one message. Many blessings. Oh, very good. This doesn't want to move today for me. We are finally at Sahima, the Christmas tree earring lady, right? Well, we are glad you are here today. And let's see what your lovely energy, by asking for this message of healing, would like to bring to yourself and to everyone here today. So I see you sitting at a table. I would want to say this table is in your sacred space. And you have books there that you are reading, that you are hearing, that you are feeling. And then there are those times when what you're reading and what you're healing doesn't feel in alignment. And I say to you, it may not be for you. Doesn't mean it's wrong, but it just means that isn't for you. Doesn't mean that everything that's in the book isn't. But when something changes the way your energy and your heart breathe, or it gives you the willies, make a note. Because remember, it's about being present in the moment, not being perfect. So it's also saying what books can be written and perhaps not perfect. Perhaps not perfect. Truths can exist, but may not be for you. So there's understanding here. Understanding of how it all works. And in the end, everyone's unique and different. It's because how they've taken all these different things and made it into the expression of the loving being that they are. I feel a lot of indecision with you, Sahima. There's only one place that you can go to and trust is your heart. And work with your higher self if that's feeling like it's not able to speak to you of truth. Your higher self will. And together is the harmony you want to bring. So when you ask for help, your higher self can direct you to ask your heart. Green for go, red for stop. And present your question to each side of that. And to more than likely move forward with your green. And if you feel relief after that choice, then that is good. If you feel regret, then you must talk to your higher self. And perhaps there's something you haven't yet thought of or perceived. So, many blessings to you today, Sahima. They're showering a great mist of golden love over you, which is to everybody. Thank you. All right. Claire, let's see what your message is today. Oh, my goodness. Whew. So, when I first tapped into your energy, I felt aging. And I had to stop for a minute, like again. For I want you all to stop that thought of aging. It is not truth. I'm not going to go into all of it. You can look it up, but every part of you is regenerating every day. And right here and right now, we're going to activate your anti-aging gene within you. You must remind yourself every morning, activate the anti-aging gene today. And it is that nectar from within the heart that's like the honey of God that embraces you and regenerates you and your joints and your veins and your heart and your liver. It's all what you believe. Have you ever heard the truth that whatever heaven is what you believe it is? Well, however your body is what you believe. And if it's something that you want to change, then you have plenty of possibilities to do so. Stop and write. What do you think about? How do you feel about it? And choose. Choose to be different. Choose to think different. Knowing that it's healthy and strong and your muscles help support you in the movement in your life. And you may find many things in your journey that are places that are reminding you of what you're saying, and change it. Just change it. Many blessings to you, my dear. Hello, Barb. Let's see here. There's the person I was looking for today. Where were you? You're like my shining light every day. But that's all right, because here you are. Did I ever tell you all who my guardian angel is? She's actually Glenda. Do you remember from The Wizard of Oz? And today she brings you a golden orb. Yeah, she's flying in. That's her call. But now let's listen. Be careful what you ask for. Have it be from the heart. Actually sit there till you feel your heartbeat in the contemplation of that which is it what you want? No. Is it what you desire? Very highly. Then that's a go. So you may go through many things. Kasha. And today you don't have red shoes. You have a staff. And when you are ready to make your expression of your higher desire, you may move your staff 3 times into the ground. And it will move through the earth. And will only bring the highest and best good for you. That is why you must be contemplative about what you ask. Because otherwise it will never make it to you. If it has to move over too many hurdles and ditches and breaks and earthquakes. So what would you like to wish for? Very good. Many blessings. Know you were missed. I'm glad you're back. All right. Rhonda, forward. It's been a while. And how are you? All right. Being brought back to the angels here. There's an angel of lilac colored wings who is coming down the steps, and she has a square box about that big for you. And within it holds a citrine necklace. Yes. I don't know if you know of citrine, but it is a wisdom stone. So you must be a being of great wisdom, journeying towards enhancing and developing it. And this will give you a great insight in helping people. It is more like a emerald shape, an emerald cut, but it is very beautiful. It won't matter if you don't have it for real, you can know that it's sitting upon you. You can sit with it in your palm. It is one that you may want to create a great relationship with. Many blessings. All right. All right. Christy M. All right. If you're new, welcome. And if you've been here before, I'm sorry, I don't remember. All right. Let me see if a message here for you. So I see an angel come down the steps, and she's not alone. She brings with her a lamb. And I know you're probably thinking, well, what can I ever do with a lamb? Well, what do you think the purpose of a lamb was back when we can think about it? But the first thing that comes to my lips for you is a friend. You know, pets are often the very best friend. Very best friend. And perhaps it's the first thing they learn to take care of, as there is now you to take care of, and perhaps people around you who, of your loving heart, wish for you to help take care of them. There is a giving. For the sheep gives of its wool on a timely basis. And at times can be very cold after the wool has been taken. But it doesn't matter because it has to be so. So the question for you today is, what is it that you bring or give to another? Which for a moment might be not the most comfortable thing, but in the end makes you feel very full and at peace. Many blessings to you, Christy. You're welcome, Camille. MKZ, how are you today? You know, my screen just doesn't want me to move this. All right. Okay. The message of the word I bring for you today is illumination. Yes. When we think of the word illumination, we see a lot of light radiating. So, when do you feel your greatest radiation of an illumined heart, MKZ? When do you feel it? When do you know it? These are things I want to have you begin to contemplate. And what does illumination do for you? At times that illumination can show you the way. Other times it can help heal a sadness or forgetting. We all want to touch our light within our heart and allow it to illuminate, to feel. Are you aware of when you turn your light on to the highest expression? What does that feel like? For if you don't, you must, because you'll never then make it even more. Because as you become used to the illumination you hold, another shift of a greater light comes, and it will continue to happen. And this is when you are truly on the path. When you accept the illumination, embrace it and become it, another one will follow. Many blessings. Thank you for coming. Oh, I'm going to go back up just a minute. Okay. Yes, Vicki. Here we go. From the angels. So I have numerous angels coming down the steps for you, and they each are carrying a chiming bell. And when I say you are a being of sound and aren't aware, perhaps, and if you are aware, then definitely you want a bowl or a bell to be able to bring that into your healing process with your physical being. And they're all shaking yes. And actually, they're still coming down the steps of all they're bringing to you. Apparently, you are in a position where it could be whatever you desire. So, sound, frequency, to begin to understand that you're so much more than just human bodily experience. You are energy and frequency. And when you hear the chime of the bell, it will enliven it. You'll know more of who you are than perhaps before. And then there's another one, and then another one. And you will become so full of the light. May we bring you the blessing of discovery. Many blessings. Rita. You certainly may. Rita. All right. I have had a vision, and from that vision, the words are that which you say. I first saw you next to a gold illumined being. And you were to their right. But here's the difference in the resonation of the voice of the goddess, the Buddha. You can hear it. You can hear the frequency, the vibration, the truth, the radiance, the love. And then you would, that which you speak is going to be such a lesson for you. And you may want to record it and listen so that you will understand how to surrender to become. You must let the mind become a part of the heart and allow the voice to become a part of the heart. Because in their intellectual experience, it is not in fulfillment with the heart. So it's about what you say. And I guess they're saying how you say it. When the voice of sound, whether it's words or music, is spoken, it is like coated with honey when it comes from God. It touches the heart of whoever listens. So when you sit and show me yourself here, it is like the golden expression. And what is needed is alignment, connection. It's about what you say and how you say it. Many blessings. Very good. Gina. Thank you very much, Gina. Zahima says thank you. Well, there's time because I'm right here at your name right now, Gina. All right, what time is it? It's interesting. This is a joyful message. I see you at a pond, like a little pond, and your focus is the lily pad. At first, I find that very interesting, and I hope you do too. The rich, luscious green, I would say at first what I know of it is the frogs sit on the lily pad. I don't know. But there's a great sense of peace here and illumination. So what comes to me is this image is so full of love and light. Why the lily pad? They're wanting you to take some of that energy and bring it into what will really make shifts in your world, that will really make a difference for you and to those around you. It's more like a daydreaming focus versus action. So I don't know, because I don't really have an acquaintance with you, but if you're a daydreamer, or whoever, any of you might be a daydreamer, it's time to get busy and experience this wave of light and love that's coming into the earth to make a difference and to help you all grow. So I'm so thrilled you came in and talked with us today, but it's never too late. And the message they brought you had such beauty in it. And God certainly wants you to get to know all of there is in beauty and preciousness. Many blessings, Gina. Kind of appropriate that you wrote, if there's time. There's always enough time. Chrissy M says thank you. You're welcome, Gina M. All right. I'll wait a few more minutes. Well, we had a mixture today, healing, very profound healing, probably, with the energy of Easter that's around everybody, and some beautiful angelic ones. Certainly it's about a movement, because yes, you come here for little things, but healing is where it's at. So let's see what Rita says. Wonderful and deep as usual. I love that words are coated with honey when they come from God. That is my deep desire to align and allow those honey-coated words. Many blessings. You're welcome, Chase. Well, know that within the heart, there is a honeycomb. And it has open little windows that you'll see hot, boiling parts of the honey of his love that you collect. So I see it in a number of people. So you want to get your own being overfilled with honey and connect that to your throat and There'll be magic. You're welcome, Chase. And love, light, and hugs to you, Suzanne. So, they're redoing my shower as we speak. Isn't that wonderful? And they keep saying they're doing more, so I must be in surrender and sit here and allow it to be so. You know, things happen when you let go. I made a rhyme. How about that? So thank you to everyone who came today. Thank you for your donations. You can write a comment if you want to chat with me. That would work. And I will see you on Friday at 10. And how will that work? That will be great. All right. Many blessings. Talk to you. Bye-bye.